Hello, here's my audience. Hello, my name is Brian Campbell, and this is my speech for Speech 100. My topic today is GMOs. What are GMOs? GMOs are genetically modified organisms. The World Health Organization describes them as anything that the DNA structure is altered and it's not natural. Three government agencies do overlook the genetically modified, or the GMOs. They include the EPA, or the Environmental Protection Agency, the United States Food and Drug Administration, or USDA, and the Department of Agriculture. The first GMO approved for human use was in 1994, and that was Flavor Saver, which was a genetically modified tomato, which stayed fresh longer and ripened faster. Today, there are currently 80% of all the processed foods in America have GMOs in them. The big three of those include salmon, which with GMOs added, they grow 2 times the size as a normal salmon and grows faster. Many of our cooking oils, such as cottonseed and canola, and soybeans compose 85% soybeans are 85% GMO altered. Many of the benefits of GMOs claimed are they're pest resistant, they have an increased nutritional value, and they have a lower production cost, and they benefit the environment. The World Health Organization claims that the tests prove that they are safe. But there has been debate about the integrity of these tests. A recent article by Dr. McCullough brought to light that the companies do their own testing, and that these tests usually last no longer than 90 days. And that companies such as Monsanto and Syngenta, which are 2 of the big GMO suppliers for seeds, they don't allow outside testing of their seeds for patent reasons. And some independent studies done, especially by the American Academy of Environmental Medicine, they did some animal studies on GMO-fed animals. And what they found was organ damage and kidney damage within these animals. And interestingly, there's a high increase in Americans with kidney disease, and that grows continuously. Other effects here, as you can see on my chart, is since the increase of GMOs, we've had increased chronic constipation, gastritis reflux, Crohn's disease, and diabetes. And is it a coincidence that these rise the same time as GMO usage rises? We're not sure. Okay. And then recently the FDA was asked to start expanding their testing, and they said no because the costs were too high and that they trusted the integrity of the companies doing the tests. A second test recently done by a Norwegian university found high levels of Roundup in over 70% of the U.S. soybeans. And this pesticide has attacked the natural bacteria in our guts, which control our immune system, and as a result, it has altered our immune systems. Recently, 60 countries have banned the use of GMOs, including all the European Union and Japan. And if you see here, among GMO countries, U.S. by far, accounts for probably about nearly half of all the GMO products in the world. So, another issue is, until the FDA and the USDA have higher testing standards, because recently, right now, the testing standards are, the independent companies do their own testing and then submit it to the, USDA or the Department of Agriculture, and they accept those, and the government agencies don't find an issue until there's enough deaths involved or enough sicknesses. So until anything bad happens, they just say it's okay. And another issue with GMOs is they're not labeled in the U.S. So we don't know what do
does and does not have GMOs, because we don't require it compared to most of the world. Currently, over 64 countries around the world require labeling of the GMOs, and we are nowhere in North America does it requirement. So we could be consuming chemicals that we are unaware of right now. So in conclusion, until the testings have been expanded and long-term effects have been shown, we won't know until if they're safe or not for the next few years.